I went shopping online for crystal radios and electronic kits, and I came up with this one. I need to apologize up front because normally I do an intro and somehow I got in a hurry and forgot to do the intro. So this is what the kit looked like in the online shopping site. And it's a one variable capacitor crystal radio with variable coupling. You can see that here in the coil. If nothing else, we're going to learn a lesson in online shopping and what we should look for in a crystal radio kit. So it was $31 plus shipping and other fees. And so what I missed was the lack of the variable capacitor, which is a very expensive item. They can run somewhere between $15 and $25 these days, plus a mount for it. The base for the whole radio. Some of these kits are sold with all this stuff. So earphone, which is becoming harder to come by these days, and the cost for these missing items up here runs the kit up more like $50 or $60. Also, as I was drawing up the circuit to show on the video, I found this little discrepancy. This is how the main coil is wound. So there's 34 turns on this side, 80 turns on this side. You can see these connections. So this is the capacitor connection, this is the diode connection, and the numbers are how they're numbered on the coil. And then this is the coupling coil. Over here you can see that it's actually reversed. So the diagram that is printed on the coil shows this, and the way it was actually done is this. And of course that affects how well the coupling is going to happen, because the coupling is going to have trouble because it is crossing over the earphone connection and the tuning connection, and it's not going the right direction. I know you can't see these specs up here because I'm in the way, but I will include those in the description. Let's see, what is next? Yeah, so right now I'm just going to go build it. I'm not sure how much this reverse wrapping is going to affect it. I think significantly, but we'll test the radio for overall sensitivity and selectivity. And if I find more oddities as I'm going along in the process, I will stop and point those out. And in the end, if nothing else, we're going to have a checklist of things to look for when buying crystal radios online. Yeah, I'm making the mistake, so you don't have to. Okay, let me go build this thing. Well, I'm progressing through this new crystal radio, and I did not buy the one with a base. It would have cost like $1 more, and I just missed it. But I bought this at the hardware store. It's actually something that, I don't know if you can see these cutouts in here, but it's made to mount like internet type stuff on a wall. So yeah, I got this. This cost about $1. Let's look at the things I have found that are not great. Zoom in here so you can see what's going on. The first thing is I was trying to duplicate this circuit diagram, and if you see their diagram, this is the main coil and this is the antenna coil over here. So here, this side of the diagram is their main coil, and you'll see that they've got a large number of windings here and a small number of windings there. But if you look at, see how the coil is actually wrapped, it's wrapped opposite. There is the center tap, so this is the small number, this direction, and this is the large number of turns, that direction. So yeah, that's an issue. I don't know how badly that's going to affect the end result. And then finally, I don't know if you can see these, but there's a bunch of scratches on here. So the coupler slides over the outside of this, and because of the way they did the termination of the wires, these are scraping on the other coil, and sooner or later they'll go through. So my thinking right now is to put some rubber cement in there and then glue like a piece of plastic over it, so that it'll at least extend the life. Plastic, paper, something anyway, something that's it's not going to allow these wires to come directly in contact with these wires. Okay, so that's where I am right now, and I'm going to lay out stuff on the board that I just showed you and go from there. This is our standard test rig, and I have, instead of putting the capacitor over here, I have it from my bench, and I have just, you can see the yellow wire coming off of here, comes over to one side of where the capacitor should be, and the green wire comes back here to the ground on the capacitor on the frame. What else? Let's see, yeah. I have bypassed the crystal here. This is a mineral, and I'm just using this diode. The oscilloscope is connected between here and here, so you're seeing what is coming out on the earphone, and the earphone is actually kind of loud. Yeah, so you can see the signal is very strong, and that's not bad at all. Let's try changing the coupling. You can see the coupling makes a significant difference. However, it's not great because the main coil is wound backwards. This should be able to come off the end of here. So it should be able to come off like this way, and this should be the smaller number of windings and this should be the larger. And yeah, I think the radio would have very different characteristics. I may rebuild this radio and make it correct, see how it works, but right now I would say I wouldn't buy this kit, so I'm just going to do the spoiler right now. I would not buy this thing. I mean, there's just nothing good about it. One of the problems is, well, these are my screws, but all these other parts are steel. And steel on copper connections, they corrode really fast, become high resistance. So let's go through here. So this is one really loud station that's nearby. You can see it fading out. There's the guy talking. Let's see if I can do something with the antenna coupling. No, no difference. So I can hear it, but it's barely audible. There's a dirty spot in my capacitor. You can see the signal jumping around. Yeah, need to clean this capacitor. And there's music. So I'm getting one strong station here, and it's not really clean. It's not a clean sound. I'm getting the voice in here, and then I'm getting music over here. So I'm getting 1 2/2 stations. So yeah, this is perfectly audible. I can hear what the guy is saying, but it's very scratchy. I mean, yeah, it's not audible. But okay, so overall, I would not recommend this kit. I think I've given you enough information if you wanted to produce your own coil. I think it might be worth a try. And in fact, if I get some free time, I got some other projects going, but if I get some free time, I may try to recreate this coil, only do it per the diagram and flip these sections around. One of the problems with this type of coupling is, you can see as I'm moving, the wires here are bending back and forth, and sooner or later they're going to break. I don't like building things that are prone to wearing out easily. I mean, I like to build a radio that's going to be around for 50 years, but this ain't going to be one of them. Okay, well, I think I've covered everything that would be interesting and necessary to know if you wanted to buy or wanted to build your own. Hope you found that useful and interesting in your crystal radio endeavors.